This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, all. This is Muhammad Ali from COSS. Today, I will be with you in webinar on Kubernetes, and I will be with you for the next maximum 1 hour in this webinar. I will explain for you Kubernetes, what is Kubernetes, how it works, and what we are looking for in the Kubernetes course. And at least we will practice and talk about certification and exam too. Let me start. First one, I would like to start this webinar by actually talk about COSS, our organization and company. We are actually Red Hat partner certification. Meanwhile, please mute yourself because, okay, sorry. We are Red Hat partner in training and consultant, one of the best one in this country. And you know us, but as we are Red Hat partner in training and certification. After that, we are in participant with STAR certification, Amazon, and we are now VMware partner also in training and certification too. As soon as possible, we will start training and certification process in VMware also. In Red Hat Academy, we are associated with the college engineering, more than 170 college engineering or engineering college. We are associated with them to work with them. Freshers, they will come to the Red Hat technology and they will be with us. We will work with them. We are partnered with the Microsoft Azure too in training and certification. Next one, it's me. I'm Red Hat certified architect. I'm certified and authorized trainer. I'm certified on RHCE, virtualization, hardening, JBoss middleware administration, Ansible, OpenStack, cluster actually cloud storage, and OpenShift in Red Hat technology, plus VMware certification on VCP and DCP in data center virtualization, plus CNCF or this one, Certified Kubernetes Administrator, CKA. And without delay, let's jump to today's agenda about CKA. What is CKA and what will we talk about? The agenda comes to physical vs virtual vs container, and what is the container orchestration, what is Kubernetes, Kubernetes architecture, components, objects, alternatives, and at least we will discuss about exam. And we have question and answer section too. In meanwhile, if you have any question or something, please put it on the chat box on watching the questions, and to the end of the presentation, we have time to talk about your question, and I will try to answer and clear them for you. By the way, you can put it on chat box. In meanwhile, if you have any question, I will be there, and in the question and answer section, I will discuss it. Okay. For starting, I don't want to start by Kubernetes. I want to start by explaining something about application. All of you, they know about application. Applications, they will help us in this world right now. But few years back, it wasn't like this architecture right now as you are watching. As you remember or not, I don't know, but I remember on that time it was one physical host, one physical server, and one application. Means the companies they should pay. They paid for the machines and they put the applications over the physical host. After that, the world has been changed by the virtualization leader, VMware. You know about it. They changed the world. They brought a new technology in the physical world for us. They brought a virtualization. Yes, they are not the first, but they completed this journey. They completed the technology. They released a mature technology. This mature technology helped us to run the applications over the virtual platform. You know, VMware Workstation, Oracle VirtualBox, all they will release and they will provide virtualization technology. But the world number one lead is VMware. And you know, you have experience on this one. We have two types, bare metal and host-based. You have experience on host-based. On host-based means you have your laptop, you have your machine. You will install VMware Workstation or Oracle VirtualBox. Then for training purpose, you will install one other operating system. Suppose you have the physical host based on the Microsoft Windows, but you will install Oracle VirtualBox and you will install one Linux. For any purpose, doesn't matter, for training purpose or any other purpose, even for your business, then you have experience. In my classes, I will start with the Oracle VirtualBox first. I will teach them how to install one Linux or two machines for training purpose, how they can clone it, how they can configure it, something like this. Then this type of virtualization helps us to run multiple applications, but still something is there. If you watch the left side, the first from the left, traditional deployment, one machine, one application, no option. If you went to the old in the companies in the old time, you watch, they have a server room or they had server room. Yes, we will provide the training session also, no need to worry. They had the server room with the multiple hardwares and over each one application. On that time, it was perfect, no option. But after the virtualization, the world has been changed. And in the mid page, in the mid slide, you are watching hardware, operating system, hypervisor. This is the type number one, bare metal. Over the hypervisor, over the hardware operating system, over operating system hypervisor, and over hypervisor virtual machine. This is type number two. And we have a type number one, hardware, and they remove the operating system, and directly you can install hypervisor over the hardware, like VMware ESXi or Red Hat KVM. Both are available. It depends on network. It depends on business. How much is important? How much is enterprise? How much is big? By the way, but don't forget, consider about last layer, virtualization or virtual machines. You should install again full operating system, no option. Over the Oracle VirtualBox or over the VMware ESXi, each one, as you have planned to run, you need to install again operating system full from 0 to 100. It's like you want to install operating system on physical host, no option. After that, if you check here, operating system layer is here. After that, you will put the binary and bin and configuration file of your application. Then you are legal to run your applications. But don't forget, this layer is total virtual, from virtual machine to applications. I don't want them. With one click, you can delete it. You want them, you can keep them. But don't forget, whatever you do on physical, you can do on virtual. Maintenance, backup, restore, storage, everything will be available. And the big point is installation. Everything from scratch. Yes, we have some options. We can do clone or some other options. We can migrate hard and cold. Doesn't matter. Important is you need to install a full operating system. If you have experience, if you install one physical machine and over that one virtual machine, that virtual machine minimal installation is 3 GB. 3 GB minimum installation. Now imagine you have planned to put the binary files, library files, configuration files. You want to install the platform for application. You have a web server. You want to run your web server. Then you should configure Nginx or Apache or something. What is the question? No, we don't have that one. This is distribute or Ubuntu distribution. I will explain this one. I will give you later. Project, I will explain later. And you are watching this. Where I was in this one. Now imagine someone comes and say, hey, How do you run your application? And your answer is, okay, we have a hardware, we have a hypervisor, after that virtualization, after that operating system, after that binary library, configuration file, platform, Nginx, Autofs, Apache, whatever, then application. They will say, come with me, I want to give you something new. And in the right side, first you are watching new container development. They will say, she will say, hey, I want to introduce you new technology. Put your hardware, install your operating system, and they will say, I don't care about the type, Microsoft or Linux, but Linux is better, don't forget. Then after that, install something, the name is runtime. And then run your application in a form of container. Don't forget, application anytime is application. The form of running will be changed from VM to containerization. What is container? A container is an application runs over the runtime in lightweight mode, very lightweight mode. Then we cannot say nothing difference between app here and app here. Don't forget, here you run virtual machine. Here you have something like virtual machine, but it's not the virtual machine. It's a container. So light if you compare it with the virtual machine. But they don't have any big difference unless they are light, rapid, easily you can handle it, you can run it, you can access it. We remove the hypervisor from here. We put the container runtime. You know the container runtime? I don't know. Maybe you know, maybe you know, don't know. Docker is here. So lightweight carrier to run your application. They will attract you. Hey, migrate from virtual to container. But don't forget, container application in the form of container, they are running independent. Likes what? Likes a ship to carry the containers. In each container, you have different materials. They don't have connection to each other. They are independent. They have independent character. If you want, you can connect them together. If you don't want, independently, you can run them. And virtual machine also by default is like this. When you install virtual machine, if you don't want, you cannot install, or you don't want to install network. Doesn't matter. I don't want network. I want to run local. Okay. No, I want network. I want to communicate with my host. Yes, possible. No, I want network. I want to communicate to other virtual machine. Possible. Everything like this happens over the container too. But by default, each container runs application separately, independently, without connecting to anywhere. This is the behavior. Then in the new technology, you don't have hypervisor. No need to install operating system from scratch. We have new team here. They will provide a platform in front of the containers. And here you have virtual machine. Here you have image. Image of what? Image of your operating system, image of your application. Then you can run your image over the container runtime or Docker, and it will be work. And if you compare technologies and size, in the virtualization, you have a full operating system, CentOS, Ubuntu, whatever, minimum 3 GB, minimum 2 GB, plus application, it comes to 3 GB or something. But in the right side, in the right slide, last slide from the left means container development. Your operating system is around 250, 360, maximum 250, 300. This is difference. With this reason, your container comes up faster. Hope this page is clear for everyone. From tradition, one machine, one application, or maximum one machine, or okay, 2, 3 applications, doesn't matter. Hardware application. Jump to virtualization. application. And right now, containerization application. Application in the form of container. Okay, let's jump to next. What is orchestration? We are not in any platform right now. We are not in any platform. I didn't explain anything. From technology, we are in orchestration. What is orchestration? If you want to manage something, if you want to do something over some objects, you need harmony, you need connection, you need discipline. This is orchestration. Config and schedule the containers, provisioning and deployment of containers, redundancy and high availability. Suppose, for example, you know high availability. What is high availability? High availability cluster and high availability says we have one website, the name is example.com. It's running under one machine. In any situation, this example.com won't be accessible. What should I do? What customers should do? Then you said, okay, do one thing, please bring one machine, other machine up and put my application on it, but they should run parallel. Means some requests for the machine number 1 and some requests for the machine number 2, both running same website. The name is what? The name is example.com. Then you need cluster, you should connect them together. After that, you said, hey, if the machine number 1 is working, machine number 2 should be in backup, high availability. Now you should think how many machines for high availability necessary. Okay, that architecture is different. I'm talking about technology. Then you should do something, these things works for containers, application in the form of container. Then scheduling, provisioning, deploying, redundancy and high availability, scaling. Scaling is very important. Imagine you have one website, example.com. Today you have 10 requests connecting to example.com. Question for all of you, if this request expand to 10,000 requests, what will be happen? Do you know the website, government website for register the vaccine? Yes or no? All of you, you know about it. Minimum one time you opened it. What do you think? At the same time, how many requests they will come to this website? Now imagine a weak architect behind this website. In the next 1 hour, it will be done, finished. If the request goes up and the website cannot answer, respond, the website will be compromised. Hang over, finish, give up. Then we need something to scale up and scale down. If request goes up, it should be a scale up. If request goes down, it should be a scale down. This behavior should be found out in orchestration through the infrastructure for your application. Next one, you are looking for something. You have 2, 3, 4 hosts for yourself. I don't care where are they. I didn't explain anything. And one machine fell down. What will be happen about others? Maybe you said, do one thing for me, the application from this failed machine migrate to the other machine automatically. They are looking for the other nodes. They should migrate to other nodes. Application is over red line. It should be run in any situation. Don't forget, the customers won't wait. Whatever we are doing right now is to keep alive application. And imagine scale up and scale down. Movement. Next one, I want to share resources between the containers. Okay, this is a new challenge here. I want to share resources, storages. What should I do? Maybe containers won't support storage. And you know or you don't know, I will explain. The containers storage, they are ephemeral. They are not permanent, guys. If anything happens to the container, data will be lost. You will lose your data. Finish. That is example.com is gone. then you need to share your resources. You should connect your container to the external storage. Even you want your container comes out from the platform and available from outside. We are doing these things for this www.example.com inter application should be accessible from outside, from everywhere, from each device, phone, laptop, tablet, whatever, desktop, server. Then you need to expose your application also. Then you need to compromise with the network part. This one also should be. Help monitoring and containers and hosts. If anything happens, if any fail happens, if anything happens as I don't like over the hardware, some rescue should be there, some monitoring should be there. Imagine you have one application. You said, I want to deploy it to 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I will delete one of them. Someone should here monitors your application to generate another one because you deployed the number of 3 of the replications. Then if one of them will disappear or lose, someone should control here. Hey, one application, one container from the deployment number 1 lost. Okay, how many deployments the customer wants? 3 deployments. Okay, what about the number 3? Okay, bring it back. Generate another application immediately. This is healing. In any situation, your 3 containers should work because you deployed application in 3 containers, in 3 deployments, in 3 replicas, whatever the name is. This is the behavior of what? Orchestration. And some other more, because our time is limited, I cannot explain everything. They are most important. Don't forget. Scheduling containers, what time application should be run, provisioning deployment, redundancy and high availability, self-healing, expose the network, share the resources, movement from the failed node to running node. They are important, they are basics. And here I want to introduce one good orchestration, or actually awesome orchestration platform. I want to stop here. I don't want to explain Kubernetes right now. I want to give you something here. Who wants to carry over container? Okay, Docker. Docker is a container carrier. You can put your application in a form of container over the Docker. Okay, good. Shall I combine the Dockers node together? The answer is no, in normal way. Docker is a single node. We have another taste of Docker to do it for you, but Docker doesn't support like that, but by default. Okay, then what should I do? Orchestration. Okay, good. Now, if I want to increase my number of deployments, orchestration. If I want to understand and share the resources between the containers in different nodes. What is the meaning of the node? The servers. For me, in this sense, is a node. Orchestration. You need something, the name is cluster. Docker won't support these things by default. With this reason, you need orchestration. We have so many orchestrations. One of the best and perfect in the world right now in this time, Kubernetes. Or KTS. What is KTS? You heard about it. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. K8S. Because 8 characters are here between K and S. With this reason, it comes to K8S. K8S. Doesn't matter. If you don't know, suppose why K8S, it comes from where? It comes from here. Kubernetes. Google production. Right now, control under the by the CNCF, or Cloud Native Computing Foundation. This one is one of the perfect and awesome orchestration in the world that will help us to manage our application as in a form of container. When you install and you create your container through the image, it comes up and it will say, okay, give it to me. I will control it. I will orchestrate it for you. I can create cluster for you. I can control your application. I can heal it. I can expand it. I can move it. I can expose the network for you. I can do some perfect things for you, features. With this reason, Kubernetes is important. With this reason, anyone looks for Kubernetes in business, in enterprise, because it will answer to any questions of you. Not of you, not of us, in enterprise companies. They will answer. It has answer. It has solution. It has feature. Stable, important, stable. You can trust on it. With this reason, if you're looking for the good orchestration, the number one is Kubernetes. Yes, we have alternatives to. I'll give you the list. But this one is unique. This is brilliant. Okay, what is Kubernetes? Open source. No need to pay. Do it right now. I will teach you how to configure your code cluster for yourself. Whatever you have resource, I will teach you to use Kubernetes on it. 4 GB RAM you have, I will give you. Minikube. I will teach you how to install Minikube and practice on Kubernetes. You have a good resources, I will teach you how to install cluster with the multiple nodes and start practice on Kubernetes on your machine. No need to connect anywhere. I don't want Google Cloud. I don't want AWS. If you know it's perfect, I will give you the document, you can do it. But first of all, you should know what is it, how it works, it should be clear for all of you. Then you can expand your knowledge everywhere. You can run it everywhere. You can deploy it everywhere. You have document up to end as you want. That doesn't matter. The matter is you should practice how it works. How to run it for ourselves. Anyway, open source container orchestration system for automating computer applications deployment, scaling, management, deployed by the Google with the Go language helps us to manage containerized applications on different environments in physical, virtual, cloud, and hybrid cloud platform, and also known as a K8s. You can access it by www.cncf.io from the mother website and www.kubernetes.io. You can watch it here. Stay with me. Kubernetes.io. Back to our presentation. Then you can access it through here and you can watch everything. Through this mother website, you can install. Everything is available here, guys. Set up cluster for yourself. By the way, after that, it aims to provide a platform for automating deployments, scaling, and operations of application container across cluster of the hosts. What is cluster? I didn't explain. Connect physical host or virtual host or cloud-based host together in one shared space. The name is cluster. I want to connect 4, 5, 6 machines as a cluster, as a nodes and cluster. It is designed to actually handle enterprise in enterprise, but doesn't matter for it. Minikube, one machine, one master, one worker, doesn't matter. One master, multiple workers, doesn't matter. Multiple master, multiple workers, doesn't matter. It has answered, it will be work. It has been designed to work under the pressure. Anyway, many cloud services offer Kubernetes-based platform of infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service. And you can find it out here. Wikipedia. In Wikipedia, Wiki, and Kubernetes, you can find this answer in deep. Okay, Kubernetes, open source container orchestration system, helps us to manage the containers, scale up, scale down, heal them, watch them, monitor them, replicas, deployment, expose them, deploy daemon sets, stateful set, service accounts, secrets. I will show you the objects on Kubernetes. It will support everything. But don't forget, the main target and the main reason, control containers for you. Okay, come to next. How it works? How it works? If you ask me, what is Linux operating system? How it works? Install it and operate it, run your project. It will help you. It comes with the core and user space and I don't know, modules like that one. The Kubernetes also has architecture. The architecture of Kubernetes, keep this slide here, watch me, stay with me. The architecture comes to two nodes. One is master and one is a slave. One is master, multiple, or slave is not the good name. Master and worker is better. Master and workers. Then you have one master, yes. Who wants to control the cluster? Yes. And we have a node one number one, and we have a node number two, and we have a node number three. The other name is worker. Then this is the main architecture of your Kubernetes. You have master and you have worker in one cluster. Sometimes you have multiple masters, doesn't matter. A Kubernetes cluster is set of the physical or virtual machines and other infrastructure resources that are needed to run your containerized application. Yes. Each machine on the Kubernetes cluster, the name is node. And the node, they will come to two types. Master node or master nodes. And worker node or worker nodes. Doesn't matter. Now come back here and you are watching master and you are watching worker. In each one, we have some components that will work together to serve you the service, to make alive your container. And you are watching here. We have API server on a master. We have API server. We have etcd or etcd. You have scheduler. You have control manager, controller, and you have the this controller comes to the 2-3 actually sub for itself. Scheduler, API, etcd, and controller. They are main 1, 2, 3, 4. They are working together to run your cluster, Kubernetes cluster. After that, you have a worker node. On that one also, you have something for yourself. The node where worker nodes carries container. Don't forget. This one by default won't carry container. Don't forget, because of the security reason, you are not legal to put the application in the form of container over the master. But we don't have no. It's possible in the specific situation. You will ask it, hey, I want to put something on you. You will do some configuration, it will be accept. Question, they will ask you, master node accepts container? Anyone says yes. The answer is no. This one won't accept container by default. You cannot deploy container on a master node. The master node is just master node to control the cluster. Nothing more, nothing less. But in one specific situation, yes. Okay, on a worker node, you have a proxy, kube proxy and kubelet plus runtime. Guys, runtime is clear for all of you, I guess, from here. Who is runtime? Docker. Then the Docker is here to carry the container. Kubelet is here and kube proxy. Kubelet, it will communicate with the API server. Watch me here, this diagram. To communicate, to send and receive the messages. Hey, these things happen here, these things happen there, these things happen here. Please update yourself. This is happening to me right now. Please update yourself. I want to do something, please update yourself. I did it, please update yourself. Something like this replication will be a message replication. And kube proxy. I want to configure network. I want to give you IP. I want to communicate between my port, I didn't explain port, my container to other container. This one. They will serve you this service. Now come with me. You know about cluster right now. You know two nodes are available. You know one of them is master, one of them is a slave, or one of them is master, multiple slaves, or I said a slave is not good, worker is better. It will be a misunderstanding. Next one. You are watching details of master and worker. On a master, you have a Kube API server. This is Kube API server, the heart of Kubernetes. After that, etcd, database of Kubernetes. It will store data inside itself. We have a controller, connect between the master and workers. Scheduler, if any node, if any container should be run, if any container will be deleted, if any container should be changed, should be moved, whatever, it will be happen through this scheduler. Guys, the platform is so simple. The architecture is not complicated in first look. There are these things. Yes, in deep, they are complicated, but in first look, it's not tough to understand or get the point. We have something to control everything. We have one DB for ourselves. We have something to run actually schedule the containers, application to run. And we have one broker between them. The name is what? Kube API server, etcd, scheduler, and controller over the master node. Over the worker, what do you have? I said you have container runtime. Who wants to carry application? That is runtime. Docker, Docker. Rocket, Rocket. What? Do you have any alternative? Put that one. For example, default is Docker, don't forget. After that, kubelet. Who wants to control, communicate between the runtime and Kube API server with master? And who will provide network connectivity connection for you? Kube proxy. Component, don't forget. So simple, I wrote here an explanation. Now, little bit information about that. Just I will mention and leave. What is API server? Who is this guy? API server is a component of the Kubernetes control plane that expose the Kubernetes API. Don't forget, Kubernetes is an application programming interface. The API server is in the front of Kubernetes control plane. You have controller manager. The controllers are the brain behind orchestration, checking if required, deployment, replication, whatever wants to be happen. It should be it should be managed by the controller. You have etcd, distributed reliable key value store, to store data. And you have scheduler. This component watches for newly created, or suppose containers, assign the nodes, secrets, whatever. If operate will be happen, it will be happen through scheduler. It comes to worker, container runtime. Who wants to carry the containers? You in kubelet. Who wants to communicate between the worker and master? And you need kube proxy. Who wants to provide IP to you? Network section. Important. Come to objects. Hope these 2 slides is sufficient to explain little information. In the actually few lines, explain exactly what is the component. And little information. Actually, it's not little, it's summary of what is the each component behavior, a responsibility. Next one. If you check from the left side, nodes is here. Services, ingress, endpoints, storage, persistent volume and persistent volume plane, attachment, namespaces, resource quota, replication controller, jobs, cron jobs, secrets, config map. So many things are here. Pods, the stateful pod, stateful, stateless, replicas, deployment, limit rate, limit resources. The Kubernetes works with these things. Metrics, top, they are here in Kubernetes. They will help you for different tasks. Don't forget, on Kubernetes, the smallest object is pod. The pod is a one small object, but you can have a pod with the one container, or you can have a pod with the multiple containers. Don't forget, on Kubernetes, you have container. We don't have pod. But in Kubernetes, we have port, smallest object on Kubernetes, word and sense, and inside that one you can put your container. And over that one, you can run these things. See guys? You can run these things. Over this guy, single port. You are legal to do these things. And this is your port, and this is your application. Over that, you can run everything here. You will jump to name of that component as you want. Nodes, namespaces, label and selectors, ports, deployments, replica sets, stateful sets, daemon sets, services, ingress, network policy, init container, job and cron job, horizontal port autoscaler. Remember I told you the application should be scaled up and scaled down? This one helps. Responsible for this type of job. If the pressure will be happen, it will increase number of the containers. If the pressure will be back, it will take down the number of the containers. Storage and volume. I told you, remember? The port doesn't have storage. It's ephemeral. It's temporary. If ports will be gone, it will be, if you lose your port, you will lose your data. Then who will help you? This one. Config map secrets. Maybe you want it. This is most uses for development guides in application. They have put environment into the application. Environment should be there. But if you write environment in the normal way, anyone can watch it. Then you need what? You need secret. Like Ansible Vault, if you have experience. This one also, we have a secret here. Maybe we will not use most of the time secret, but it's available. And it will help us do this type of job. We have RBAC authorization. This one is important. If you want to introduce users, the customer says, hey, this is my Abraham user, please introduce it into my cluster. I want this user has access. Who will help you? RBAC. It will help you to this type of job. You have service account. There are teams as you have what as you have here. I will answer the questions after this webinar, just a few minutes. I will answer. Now we are in this section. What is this section? Alternatives, guys. The most important alternative is a Docker swarm. The Docker didn't sit in the one corner and said, okay, Kubernetes, the business is yours. No, it's not like this. It wasn't like this. They said, okay, we have alternative for you. How much you are powerful? We are two. Let's do one thing. Let's come to competition. But the others also, they are here. You can watch Docker Swarm here in the peak, in the shot. Nomad is here. OpenStack is here. Rancher is here. Docker Compose is here. But if you come to alternative, you are watching for, see guys, you can find out Kubernetes in all. See guys, in manage Kubernetes service, you have Kubernetes, and in PaaS platform, you have Kubernetes, and in lightweight orchestration, Kubernetes, and means they don't have everything with each other. This guy has everything, all of them has everything by itself. But the others is not like this. If you are looking for lightweight orchestration, Docker Swarm is here and Nomad plus Kubernetes. So select one. If you are looking for PaaS platform, OpenShift container, the product of Red Hat plus Rancher plus Kubernetes, select one. Come to manage Kubernetes service. Who asked me about GKE or EKS or suppose Azure or AWS or VMware Tanzu plus Kubernetes? Am I clear? Who is mutual between them? Kubernetes. Select Kubernetes or choose one of them. In each one, you choose one. You should select one. Now, or put all of them away and take the Kubernetes. It will answer. It has solution for each one as you want. For every corner and for every angles, it has answer. You can find it out. By the way, there are the what? Alternatives of this platform. We will jump to difference between Kubernetes and Docker. This is the most of the questions. Kubernetes is a means to run across cluster, while Docker runs on the single node. I told you. We have multiple hosts on Kubernetes. It's designed to be answered in enterprise. Docker is a perfect professional, but over the one single host you can run. On multiple, Docker Swarm. But by the way, this is a most of the question. What is the difference between Kubernetes and Docker? And in this slide, I'm trying to explain, answer. Or Kubernetes is a more extensive than Docker Swarm, and it's meant to coordinate clusters of the nodes at the scale in production in efficient manner. I told you it has been designed to answer in enterprise, efficient, responsible, performance. And Kubernetes ports scheduling unit that can contain one or more containers inside it. I told you. In Kubernetes, we have one container, but in Docker, we have one container, one application, for example. But in Kubernetes, we have pod. Inside pod, you can put one application or multiple. It will be happen. This is another difference. And in the next page, I put this one. Exactly difference between Kubernetes and Docker Swarm, because some of you works with the Docker Swarm. This comparison is also a good one. Deployed by Google, deployed by the Docker. Doesn't matter who deployed it. Is it efficient? Go to the next. Have a vast open source community. Has the smaller community compared to Kubernetes. It's a huge one, but if you compare to this, it will be smaller. More extensive and customizable. Less than, that's right. Requires heavily set up, easily to set up files. High fault tolerance, low fault tolerance, and some other things you can watch it. Easily you can find it out on the Google also. In my side, explanation of this Kubernetes is done. If I want to review in few minutes for all of you, we compared technologies together, physical, virtual, container. After that, we jump to one team to help us to manage the containers. The name is orchestration. Please bring discipline for me. I need harmony. Then you need a platform, or you need the answer, or you need the solution to has all of them and more. Don't forget. After that, I told you what is Kubernetes. Architecture of Kubernetes. What is the component and responsibility? And after that, in details again. This one in details. And what is the advanced? What is the objects inside the Kubernetes? By default, they are available, and they are in the list like this. Alternatives and Docker vs Kubernetes. This is most of the questions. The question that it come from this side, and compare Kubernetes with the one main alternative, Docker Swarm. Right now we are jump to exam section. I will give this one and done. After that we talk about questions, question and answer. CK exam. If you come here at your Google, type what is that? CKA exam. It will administrator you to this one. This is for CKA exam. Why you need CKA exam? What is CKA exam? When you finish your class based on what is that one? Based on this course, based on the CKA and CKA roadmap by CNCF, you are legal to attend this CKA exam. Guys, the CKA is not a normal course, or is not, yes, it's good for who wants to practice on containers, who is interested, how much attract to work on this type of job. But CKA exam is not normal exam. It's a professional exam. If you be certified on CKA, they understand you are certified, you know the Kubernetes, you can handle it, you can manage it, and you can run it. No one asks you config Kubernetes on Enterprise. Don't forget, we don't have this type of request, Kubernetes on Enterprise. But you know other things. You know deployment, you know stateful set, you know replica set, you know init containers, you know about secrets, you know about storage, you know about services, you know about ingress, you know about service account, you know about RBAC. Then with this reason, this exam is important, certification is important, certification comes with professional certification. And this is the first certification in this journey. We have two other certifications too, CKA, CKAD, CKS, Certified Deployment Application and Certified Security. But right now we are in CKA, the first one, by the way. Why you should attend this exam? Because when you come to this class, to this course, to this platform with me, after that you know how it works. Then finish your knowledge, because in enterprise they will ask you, are you certified? Very important. If you want to compare yourself with others as they have knowledge and certified, if you want to hire, you will hire which one? Just certified? Normal guy with knowledge, or certified and normal with the knowledge and certified? In my side, I will hire knowledge with certification. Suppose then you should be tried to be certified on CKA. Second one, how can the COSS helps you, how the COSS helps you to work on preparation, exam preparation? Yes, after I finish the course, I will be with you and I will help you in what is that one, in preparation for your exam. We'll practice on the samples. I will work with you and we will be ready. Who comes to, or who came to me with RHCSA, RHC, RHCSA, and RHC, or virtualization, or cluster storage, or whatever other virtualization, cluster storage, and Ansible, they know we will practice on exam preparation, and this is oversight help. Second one, exam benefits. You will be certified. You can put it on your CV. And you know with this certification, you can improve yourself or you can find a job. Don't forget, this is not normal certification. It's tough questions, but if you know what is this technology and how it works and practice, easily you can answer. But at all, if you compare yourself with others, you have much knowledge through the CKA if you compare yourself with others. And easily you can handle your exam also. I told you how COSS helps in your exam. We will be with you. We'll practice on samples and prepare you for your exam. You can find out information here on cncf.io certification CKA. You can find out CKAD and CKS also here. What is the domains? You can practice on cluster. Exam comes from the cluster architecture, installation and configuration, workload scheduling, service and networking, storage and troubleshooting. You should know these things. And we will practice on course. This course is exam based, don't forget. Means in this course we'll practice on subjects more than that as you think and need for your exam, but we are working over that one because we should have targets. Without target, 1 year we can talk about Kubernetes. No, we need target, and our target is your exam. End of this course, you should be able to attend your exam, no option. With this reason, we are practicing course-based, exam-based, sorry, to prepare you for your exam. But if you compare yourself with end of the course, you have more than that as you think. Means easily you can answer the question. No need my help also. No need. You don't want my help. maybe I will explain how to answer. And most of the time I will explain like this, how to answer. That's it. Usually you can crack it at least. In my side, I'm done. We are in question and answers section. Please unmute yourself, and if you have any questions, please ask me. Let me first of all answer these questions on chat box. Suresh, will you provide this record to us? Yes, actually, one second. It depends on the COSS policy. You should talk to manager.
We will provide.
Yes, then we will.
Allow me to add, yes, we will provide this presentation to all of you. In your mail ID, you will get this presentation along with whatever other necessary details like upcoming weekend batch, when it's happening, and all the details by tomorrow EOD. Everything will be come to your.
Thank you, sir. Nitya sir, my direct manager, is here to answer the management section.
People who will enroll for this course,
yes.
Those people who will enroll for this course, we will create a unique WhatsApp group, and the interaction, the discussion, support, help will be flowing on that WhatsApp group. So we know we all are virtual from home, but trust me, COSS is an organization. Ali as an instructor, and I being the training manager, we will not keep any stone unturned to support you in this regard.
Yes, thank you, sir. Then yes, we'll, based on the Nitya sir's actually answer this question about we will provide, yes, because my direct manager says yes, then we'll provide.
In fact, each class we will record also, and we would like to share you over a Google Drive wherein you can access. Each of the class will also be recorded.
Yes,
and will be shared to you. Our request would be, being a training organization, please don't share to anybody. Make yourself as a reference material once you completed your training, so that it will help you for your preparation and building confidence if any concept that you need.
Yes, exactly. In our class also, certification will be, a class will be update and record and will provide.
Yeah, somebody
just next question, Rajesh. Hi Ali, this is training will be in showing in the AKS or EKS or GKA or suppose GCP. I should say this training won't be provided in these platforms because we don't know who knows about these platforms or not. I will teach you on your physical host, on your local host, how to install Kubernetes, because anyone knows Linux, anyone has one machine, and I'm sure you will be able to do it. Because if I put my leg over the cloud base, it will be challenge for someone. Maybe someone doesn't know about GCP. Maybe someone doesn't know about EKS. Maybe someone doesn't know about AWS. Then I cannot say yes. But if any links or resources you want to do that one, if it's possible, I will share with you. But no, the answer is we will provide over the local host because I want anyone be able to practice. Then I will teach you in two ways. One, master and multiple nodes, and one Minikube, one single host with everything. If you have less resources, Minikube, practice. I will do one thing, all of you will be practice. But it depends on your resources. Master multiple workers or single master, single worker, doesn't matter. Because I know anyone knows that, and I'm sure anyone be able to do it, then we'll do that. Next question, Lakshman. Will you get the PPT after webinar? Yes, PPT also, my direct manager Nitya sir said the webinar will be available for you. Then it depends on the COSS policy. Yes, PPT also, doesn't matter. Just give me a few minutes. I will answer this question in chat box. Then open your mic and ask me, please. And Suresh, you asked me, will you be orienting to training towards CK? See, we will practice on version CK 121. 1 second. What is the point in? I said just wait few minutes after finish the answers on chat box. Then after that, yes, open your mic and answer your questions. We will practice on CKA 121, but nothing difference between 190, 120, and 121 in deep. The concepts are same, but yes, you are legal to attend your exam based on 121. That's it. Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. Then nothing big difference between architecture and the actually topics between 119, 121, 121. No, they are minor number. They are not major number. Be care about it. 119, 120, 121. That's it. But yes, the course based on the 121, and you will attend 121 exam, guys. 121 latest version. And what about recording? And my manager asked this question. Yes, and awesome. Thank you. Sorry, no need. It's okay. Confidential means I didn't get your point about confidential. And as you said, thank you. Okay, good. Now please open your mic and please one by one ask your question. I will be here to answer. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Hi,
open your. Yeah.
hi Ali, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Subham here. So I'm from Bangalore, and yeah, I have been hearing you since last 1 hour now, and have a couple of questions related to this program. So when you say this course is aligned to the CK syllabus, which is from the Cloud Native Foundation?
Yes, it should be based on that one. I said this course, it's based on that syllabus. It will allow you to attend your exam. Means CKA syllabus based on your exam, we will provide, of course. Yes.
Okay. The second question is that where do you see ourselves, once we complete this program? I mean, as part of this program, how many the problem statements that you have planned to cover?
I didn't get your point. What do you see?
I mean, as part of this program, how many
Yes.
problem statements you have planned to cover? Because which will make us familiar, while we operate in the industry.
We will start this program by nodes. After that, namespaces. We'll come to label and secret and selectors, pods, deployments, replica set, stateful set. Most of these things we will provide, all of them, actually all of them, we will provide in this program. And all of them you need to know about in that one on industry. We will not actually lose these things. These things I will provide in this program to all of you, from node to service.
Okay, so when you talk of this individual concept, the topics, right? I mean, do you have any thought process, right? Like how many use cases or the problem statements that you will cover as part of this?
No, we will not problem. We will not go to that section. We don't have any troubleshooting for Kubernetes. I will explain some points in real world as you will actually face to face. Suppose they will ask you one node is not accessible. One machine is not accessible. One port is not accessible. Someone tries to do something, is not working. Go and troubleshoot. Because once again, this is a good question and is for all of you. Most of the time, we will receive these questions not for Kubernetes, for Linux too. Do you teach troubleshooting? Answer is no. Do you teach these things? Because in troubleshooting, we will face to face with the different issues. It depends on how much you have experience to answer this one. With this reason, we cannot exactly say, I cannot exactly say, yes, come, I will give you issues and the problems and I can solve it for you. No, it's not like this. Something as I did, as I got, as I watched, as I know, I will give you, because troubleshooting part is here. In your exam, you should answer one troubleshooting question. One machine is not accessible. Go and fix it. But you are not on that much deep to do some, suppose, to mix multiple knowledges to fix that one. But by the way, in troubleshooting and use cases, if I know, if I watch, and if I suppose when I explain port, if I explain nodes, I will give you troubleshoot part also. Hey, in this case, this one will be happen in real world. We care about it, troubleshoot it like this. But use cases, exactly no. We don't have specific use cases.
Correct. Let me add to Lee also for clarity of everybody. I know you people are all learned and professionals. This is basically a training environment which there are certain limitations. We cannot bring the real life situations here because the training servers, training environment is different from the so-called where you work. However, if you ask me with my 17, 18 years of training and certification, monitoring, conducting, and felicitating to all our client customers, I can tell you these are designed in such a manner. That is what you are seeing: 1.19, then 20, then 21. They try to bring the best understanding the situation, and they inculcate into the training curriculum, which in turn comes to the participants as a learning and as a knowledge. While we will try our level best to give you, and those scenarios you can use it during your own job scenario, wherein you can troubleshoot and get into your case study. Yes, if you have any case study you want to bring specifically, you are most welcome, whether inside the classroom, because itself the course will take you around 8 weekends to complete. There is a curriculum. People join with an idea that end of the program they should be ready to validate their skills through a certification, which in turn industry wants. And so if you ask me in toto, we will help you if somebody brings some situation, either online or offline. But yes, it is a restricted environment wherein the training will happen. I know, intending for a curriculum to describe. Hope I am clear and added value points.
Yes, Nitin.
Thank you, sir.
Ali and Nityanand, like this is Mohan, like I'm from Hyderabad. So how can we go forward with the lab setup? Like you will give the access for the lab on remote sessions, or like we need to install on our local laptop?
I want to answer this question. I told you I will explain. You should install it over your environment. We don't have any specific lab for this type of job. Don't forget, this facility doesn't have a lab, specific lab. Yes, we have online lab. You can practice for yourself. I will provide to you, but it's not cost actually assets. But this course and actually this program works. I will explain for you how to do it myself on your machine. But yes, online practice also available. I will give you access. I will give you a path, and you can get an practice for yourself.
Okay, and how many days?
Let me add to Ali here. Mohan, let me add a point to Ali, that it is bring your own device, whatever device you have. We will take a installation class wherein you can install and practice in your own time. And on top of that, if I'm not wrong, Ali can clarify me and confirm. Kubernetes Foundation also give a free, practical lab once you register, and you will be practicing there as well.
Yes.
It's a very simple, lightweight, where you can, create your own machine. That's all.
Yes, right. Killer Shell is a one platform for practice. It's not free. They will give you free time. Or KTest is a one platform for practice on 4 hours, suppose Kubernetes. But don't forget, your platform is better.
Morning, Ali. Sorry. Yeah, in fact, it's afternoon. Yeah. Ali, thanks for the presentation. I was just, this is Suresh here. I have a couple of questions. What I understand from your earlier the earlier chats is that this training program will continue for 8 weekends. It's expected to complete in 8 to 9 weekends, if I'm correct, yeah?
Yes, 8 weekends, 8 program, just for weekends, yes, and through the...
And very recently, Kubernetes was on 1.19, I think it was last year, and then they moved on to 1.20 very swiftly. Now they've come up with 1.21. Are we expecting it to be upgraded version-wise in the next few months, or is it going to remain? What's your opinion? Is it going to remain on this version for quite some time?
Listen to me. Kubernetes won't wait for the versions. They will daily and weekly and monthly they are working on Kubernetes to make it better and better. Then sometimes they will release the version. Okay, but inside, when you attend this program, you will practice on the latest one. And I said nothing much difference in infrastructure between version 1.19, version 1.20, and version 1.21. The objects are objects. Can you watch these objects? The objects are objects. Suppose if you check what is the difference between Kubernetes 1.19 and 1.20 and 1.21, you can write something in infra has been changed, but not in objects. Suppose, for example, over the 1.19, we didn't have a stateful set. Sorry, on 1.18. But over 1.19, one new concept has been happened. The name is what? Stateful set. Then we will practice on it. Then if any new object comes to 1.21, yes, we'll provide, we'll practice, we'll work. But don't forget, nothing much difference between 1.19, 1.20, and 1.21, unless some actually part in infrastructure. This is first one. Second one, if you attend this one, you are in 121. You will this version is different, exam version is different. Don't forget. Maybe up to version 122, they will not change the version of your exam. But right now the exam is 121, the version also is 121. But as soon as possible, maybe they will release 122. But exam still is 121 up to specific time, and they will change it.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for the clarification.
Only one point, Suresh, so that it will be more clarified. I know if you ask me, every 3 months, they are not 3 months exactly, around let's say 6 months. I am seeing there is a page coming in the version from 1.8. 1.18. I am observing since 1.21. While they are keeping the examination, same. It is like Red Hat also. If you ask me in Red Hat, because I have more experience into that, there will be a little bit of changes. Now 8.3 is there in the Linux, RSCSA, RSC curriculum, but still in the examination happens on 8.0. So a little bit of updates, changes, they go on adding with the latest development, but they keep their basics remains the same.
Sure. Thanks.
So you can
thanks for
expect that every 6 months, one page or a few updates to answer issues.
Being open source, we can expect that. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Any other question? Yes, tell me, please. Go ahead.
So for the examination preparation, like you are providing the dumps and extra things.
I don't want to talk about it in the recording. I said we will practice on samples. See, 1 second. When you want to attend your exam, when you register for your exam, see guys, right now after pandemic, the situation and the method has been changed. For Red Hat and for this one and for any other exam, first of all, you should buy your exam. Okay, you will buy your exam. I didn't say these things. I want to explain this one right now. First of all, validation of exam is 1 year. You will buy today up to next year, and this day you have time to attend your exam. First of all. Second, in a CK exam is a buy one get one. You will pay $375 for your exam. 2 times you have a time to attend. Maybe in the first time we will get paid. Then second time will be free for you. And you should know the price was $300. Now right now is a $375. But by the way, 1 year validity plus one buy one get one is there. This is 2 things you should know about it. Third one, I said we will practice on samples, and the samples, they will help you to answer your exam, questions on your exam. Second, fourth one, when you book your exam, you will get access 3 days over Killer SH and Kubernetes emulator, not simulator. Emulator means real machine they will give you, and you will answer the practice on the question and answers. They have a questions in Killer SH for the candidates, and they have answer also. Then you will answer, practice on 3 days. Before exam, you have time. In 2 sessions, you can attend. And killer SH questions, they are most actually tougher than exam also. By the way, last point, we will practice on sample of questions with each other, and I will explain for you how to answer the questions. Then your answer is yes.
So
We
those who
will
are
be
near,
helping you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
so those who are nearby to the COSS technology, so possible, like, can we come to the classes for any doubts regarding, like, if we are facing any challenges while working, like while doing the labs or something else, if we need
No.
to get some
Okay.
clarity.
Okay. Listen
We
to me.
ourselves is closed, and we are all working from home. So
Yes.
till
Okay.
further notice, our offices are not opened.
Yep, correct.
Right? Yes,
But
we are
most of
expecting.
the
Even today I was watching, there are wave 3 is expected, and all that is going on. So we are just closely keeping a monitor of monitoring the situation. In future, if you are opening, yes, you are most welcome. I mean, we have state of the art lab. You are
Yes.
most welcome. We wish you should come and take those things. We are paying the maintenance month and month since last 2 years, right, without using. So we will most welcome you. But yes, today it's not possible. As of now, you can practice from your machine. If need, we will declare you. If you watch our communication, you will get a mail from us that our labs trainings opened online, offline for our students. So then you can always access.
Now my
Yes.
question is, like, if we are facing any difficulty while doing lab, or like we
Uh,
are stuck at some point, so is there any
We
lab
will keep
instructor?
a WhatsApp group. That is what I told you. We
Yes,
will keep
exactly.
a WhatsApp group wherein you can put your query. And Ali as a trainer will monitor and will help you.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Right? If need, we can have a call, connect and do it. But not at your time. We will see a mutual time and we will do it.
Okay.
And it is successfully happening actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I know.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
hope most of the queries clarified. We are not in time. More 5 minutes we have. So I'm giving you one more opportunity. If anybody is having any question, hope this session very informative to you. Is there any other question before I make a official closure? Thank you all.
Timings will be the same. The timings of the session, you're going to schedule, it's going to be at 10 a.m. over the weekend, isn't it?
Yes, yes, you are absolutely correct. It should be starting at 10 a.m. right? Plus 3 hours, maximum 3 hours. It will work. We will work for a day. So 6 hours maximum. You can think, every week, and to spend with. 2.5
Sure.
hours is a must. Based on the concept, your queries, it will go up to 3 hours. Okay, I'm keeping that also informed to you. And
8 weeks will be
sir, please.
8 weeks will be there, right? Training.
Around. Yes.
7 to 8
Yes.
months.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks.
What is the expected start date?
Next Saturday we are starting 10 a.m. It is already people registered already, because when a person is connected to COSS, they are really I don't know whether you have taken any training or not. So they sometime reach us, sir, I'm waiting for this training. So a few of them have already paid and waiting. So next Saturday you will get a mail from our end, through Saujanya, about this particular recording and the curriculum again, the schedule, everything one more time, with the details about the payment gateway and all. So if you wish, you can always proceed. We are giving you, like 6 days to take a call on this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I hope we all have spent a very valuable and time with you, and Mr. Ali is very informative to me also. honestly speaking, it also eye opener for me. It was so simply explained by Oli that I could also connect myself what this technology is all about and why this is an advantage over the hypervisors and all. Thanking you all
I have one
uh,
question.
for your wonderful presence and patience being with us on a Sunday morning. We keep our commitment still intact. Whatsoever may come in our way, the difficulty, we will keep connected to you. Be in touch with us, not this program. Whenever you feel like, if I will reach COSS, Nityanand, Ali, I can get some help, please
Yes.
feel free to reach us.
Yes.
Right, we are there to our best possible extent. Beyond business, beyond commercial, we are always help to our clients, customers, students, perspectives, and we will keep up that work in future also. We have other programs as VMware and other things. You can keep us connected in the webinars also. Please, my request is whenever there is a webinar request coming, do join us. These are eye openers, and it helps us to understand you, so that we can make more and more intended and focused program for you all. Thanking you again being here,
Nityan,
officially closing this session.
yeah, Nityan sir, I have one question.
Yeah,
Please.
please.
Yeah, regarding like after attending this training, so can we clear this exam, CKA exam, Certified Kubernetes Administrator? Any exam orientation training will be provided for this exam, CKA exam?
But from the voice, am I talking? We are talking with Senawaj.
Yeah, Shanawaz, your
Oh,
old student from yeah.
yeah. Good to hear you again. Yes.
Yes.
You are
Yes.
absolutely right. See, whatever you have learned from COSS, there is no change in approach. It remains, the same. Just we
Okay.
are taking a new,
Okay. Okay, sir.
right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you
Thanks.
all. Thanks for okay. Thanks for attending. Thanks for your time. It's a Sunday morning. You attended our webinar on Kubernetes. Our address is here. Please communicate with us, in touch with us. We will be with you. Nitya sir, manager, is a cost manager. He will be with you. I will be with you. Please be in touch with us. And if you
Thanks.
are
Thanks, Ali.
no
Thank you.
Thank
question,
you. Let's
yes,
wind up this meeting.
have a good
Thank
time.
you, Ali. Thank you, Nityananda.
Very creative.
Thank you. See you later. Have a good time. Bye.